that is your stir fry right there. Boom. Let's get started. Let's make that stir fry. Let's make that stir fry. Whoa. Whoa. Let's do it. Let's go. What up, YouTube fam? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy, Chef Todd. And you know what we do in these videos is we share tips and tricks to help you become more confident in the kitchen. All right, that's what we do. And today we are going to make one of the quickest meals that I enjoy on a daily basis, especially when I don't have time to make food. So guess what? Today we're making a stir fry in 15 minutes. Let's just make this stir fry. Let's make this stir fry now because your boy is hungry. That's quick. Right? And we're gonna use a bunch of vegetables, we're gonna use 2 proteins, and we're gonna use a killer sauce to make this stir fry amazing. So here we go, YouTube fam. We're gonna run through all the ingredients that we're going to put into this stir fry to make it delicious. Let's come down here with me, let me show you. So first of all, we have some Brussels sprouts. And sometimes Brussels sprouts really get a bad name because most of the time people don't really cook them correctly. But today I'm gonna show you that Brussels sprouts can also be a star of the dish. All right, that's our first ingredient. So moving on from the Brussels sprouts, we have some mushrooms, we have some red onions that I dice medium, and we have some carrots that I cut into some shards, right? And I have some green onions as well that we're gonna use as toppers when we're done. And I also have some bean sprouts, some alfalfa bean sprouts that we're gonna add to this stir fry to give it some crunch as well, okay? Mainly, we shocked these broccoli earlier on. All we have to do is throw them in at the end to rewarm them, as well as get some flavor on them. I also diced some garlic and some ginger, and I have a few sprigs of thyme that we're going to put into this dish. And the 2 proteins that are in this stir fry is definitely chicken that I've sliced and seasoned already, and also some shrimp, some white shrimp that we are going to use as proteins. It's gonna be amazing. So let's do it, let's start. All right guys, to do this stir fry in 15 minutes or less, we're gonna need our skillet, our medium skillet, and also our wok, all right? So right over here, I have my Brady Bunch skillet, right? Because we're cooking for a big family today. We're gonna be searing the chicken and the shrimp in here, as well as a few vegetables, and we're gonna do some of the vegetables in the wok as well. So we're gonna have 2 burners working at the same time, okay? To make sure we get this done in under 15 minutes. Are you ready? Let's get started, all right? We're gonna turn this front burner on to about 8. All right, we're gonna put it on 8, and we're also gonna turn the rear burner on for the wok, put that on 8 as well. So we have 2 things happening at the same time. We're gonna have the protein cooking, and we're gonna have some vegetables cooking at the same time. And the order in which you cook your vegetables is important, right? So pay attention, because a lot of good tips are coming right now, and the action is gonna be happening really fast, so you really have to pay attention closely. Don't go anywhere, because it's gonna happen quick, and that flavor comes quick. We're gonna layer flavor on top of flavor until this whole thing is delicious. Okay, so let's get this thing going. This is warming up right now. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Here we go, 2 tablespoons, right? To the skillet, and I'm gonna add the same thing to our wok, right? So here we go, we're gonna start with the chicken, right? We're gonna lay each slice of chicken, seasoned chicken slice out in the pan, okay? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get this thing started really quick, all right? Because this is gonna happen very, very quick, right? We're gonna put all of these in there. So these were about 3 chicken breasts that I cut into slices and seasoned them, as you saw earlier. We're gonna stir this around. All right, getting a nice little brown We're not gonna overcook the chicken in here. Right, we're just getting a nice little brown little color on there. And now our wok is ready. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add our mushrooms to the wok, right? Because mushrooms take a little bit longer to cook and we wanna get a good sear on them, okay? So we're gonna put them in the wok. Good, make sure they get a nice sear. We have that cooking. Nice. Continue to stir your chicken around because you don't want it to get too much of a crust. You just want to get a light crust on it, okay? Make sure you're flipping your chicken, making sure all sides are getting a nice little sear. We've got our mushrooms speaking to us really quick, so we're gonna have to go talk to them and say hello. Hi, mushrooms. How you doing? I hear you talking. It's okay. I'm right here. Right? Mushrooms also soak up a lot of oil. So we're going to put some more in the wok because it's really hot. And what I'm going to do is also season the mushrooms, right? With some salt and pepper. And make sure it's getting a nice sear right there. Good? Nice. We're going to do that until they're partially cooked. All right? So the wok is doing its job and the skillet is doing its job. Watch this. We're going to get done really quick. Right? We just got to layer the right vegetables at the right time. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add my onions, my red onions. Good. I'm going to add my red onions. I'm also going to add my carrots. Good. So the onions and the carrots, they go in there. And you're going to season every layer, right? You just put some onions and carrots in there, so you got to make sure you season that, okay? So you're going to hit that with some salt, a little bit more salt, and a little bit more pepper. There we go. Nice. Good. Continue to stir that around. Make sure it's nice and cooked. Everything is touching the bottom of the pan to get some sear on that. All right, there we go. We're cooking our vegetables. That's cooking. Our chicken is also cooking, right? We're going to turn that up a little bit because the moisture, most of the moisture is in the bottom of the pan right now. When you want the moisture to come out, we want that moisture from the chicken to evaporate at the bottom of the skillet so you have that layer of flavor, okay? So right now I turned up the heat a little bit to get that moisture out of the oil, and then we're gonna form that crust on the bottom of the chicken to lock the flavor in. That's what we're doing, all right? So if you can see right now, most of the moisture that you just saw is gone from the chicken, okay? And I'm using my non-stick Brady Bunch pan, all right? This is the skillet, the Brady Bunch skillet. And there we go, that nice little golden, I'm going to show you real quick, that nice little golden crust that's on the outside, okay? That's perfect. Good. Your chicken is looking beautiful right now. I'm going to turn the stove back down to 8 because the moisture is gone, okay? And your chicken is perfect right now. We're just going to let it cook for another minute while I stir the onions, the carrots, and the mushrooms. They're looking good over here. Nice. All right. What's going to happen next? I'm going to put the chicken on the plate. Good. Because your chicken is done. Good. What's going to happen next is I'm going to get a sear, a nice quick sear on these shrimp. I'm not going to overcook them. It takes about a minute to 2 minutes. Right? Put it in. Here we go. I'm going to turn the stove up just a little bit just to get that heat going. Good. So we've got this over here. We've got our carrots, onions, and mushrooms sauteing. And they're basically good right now. Very good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some space right here. Make some space right here and put these onions, carrot, and mushrooms on the plate. Okay, there we go. Good. What's gonna happen right now is I'm gonna turn my shrimp. Ooh, look at that. Look at this really quick. All right, we're not gonna overcook the shrimp. We just want it to be in here to get a nice little pink color. Here we go. Nice little sear. Right? There we go. We're not gonna overcook it. We just want it for a couple minutes. There we go. All right, there we go. Shrimp is done. Really quick, right? It's looking good already. Next, we are going to sear up our Brussels sprouts. So we're gonna throw them in and get a nice cook on them. Put some more olive oil in your pan. And these bad boys are gonna make some noise. That's okay. We're gonna turn it down to get a nice sear on them. And this is how you know your pan is hot, because it's dancing. It's dancing in the bottom of the skillet, okay? We're gonna hit it with some salt and pepper. Good. Just a little bit. Again, like I said, season every layer. Good. All right, that's your Brussels sprouts. They are cooking. All right, right now I'm gonna separate our shrimp from this mixture that we have right here, because it's the last thing that's gonna go into, in the stir fry. So you wanna make sure you take that out, because you do not wanna overcook your shrimp. Right now, they are perfectly cooked. Look at them bad boys. So perfect, right? They look amazing, right? I'm gonna put those right there. And we're gonna concentrate on our Brussels sprouts. Continue to get that sear on the Brussels sprout. Perfect. All right, so what we're gonna do is introduce some broth to the Brussels sprout to get them steaming just a little bit before we put everything back in the pan. So what I'm gonna do is hit this with some seafood culinary stock, right? A little bit of it, about a quarter cup, to get that deglaze action happening, which is going to help to cook your Brussels sprouts while they are seared, okay? So that is cooking your Brussels sprouts, and once that completely reduces down, then I'm gonna add some more things to it to continue adding layers to the flavor, okay? Here we go, Brussels sprouts are cooking, nice. They look amazing, okay? So as you can see, I added some broth and now it's reduced. There's no more broth in the pan, so we're back to searing, okay? What we're gonna do right now is add the broccoli to the pan to rewarm it, okay? Here we go. Perfect, all right? Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, what we're gonna do, add some salt, again, seasoning every layer. There's a lot of vegetables in this, right? We want all our vegetables to have flavor, okay? So salt and pepper in every layer, and then we're gonna finish it with some garlic powder and onion powder. There we go. So we're rewarming our broccoli after we shock them, okay? So all we're doing is getting them warm, and then we're gonna add another flavor to this. Okay? And these things we're adding last because they burn very quickly. Okay, so there's an order in how we do this. Okay? We season everything with salt and pepper first, and then we finish with some garlic and ginger. Or as a matter of fact, I'm gonna add some ginger to this pan right now. So here's the ginger right here that I prepped, I diced really fine earlier. We're just gonna add it to the pan as everything right here is cooking. Good. We're basically done. We're basically done, right? So everything is cooked. The broccoli is just about warm, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add the garlic to the pan as well. Good. Garlic to the pan. And then I'm gonna add some thyme. Just like I did earlier. Add some thyme. Add a couple sprigs of thyme leaves. There we go. Nice. Here we go. So there we go. Add a couple sprigs of thyme. Cook the garlic taste out of the garlic. I mean, it's still gonna taste like garlic, but we don't want it to taste like raw garlic. So we want to cook this just a little bit in the bottom of this pan as everything else is cooking still, okay? We're gonna reintroduce everything else to the pan right now. Okay, we're gonna take our chicken, our mushrooms, our carrots, and our red onions and put it in the pan. It's time, okay? So here we go. Boom, with all the juices. Woo! With all the juices, there we go. It's looking good. It's looking amazing. Okay, so there we go. We have our stir fry almost done. The only thing that's left is to add the sauce and these alfalfa bean sprouts. There we go. So at this point, after adding the bean sprouts, you want to add some additional flavor to finish it with, right? So I'm going to add some onion powder. Hit that with some onion powder on the top. Good. And then we are going to add some garlic powder. Good. And we're going to stir that up to get it all mixed in. There we go. Perfect, perfect. All right. And then finally, what we're going to add are these ready-made sauces, right? You can get these sauces from your local supermarket. We have the sweet chili sauce, and then we have the Korean barbecue sauce. We're going to combine both of them. You're going to need like a 1/4 cup of each, okay? So here we go. Good. We finally finished. This is finished. Everything is done. Everything is rewarmed. Everything is cooked. What I'm going to do is, good, I'm going to add the sweet chili first. Turn it down and add the sweet chili. Like a 1/4 cup, like I said. And also the Korean barbecue. I like the combination of these, of both of these sauces. They just turn out so well. Okay? And what we're going to do is just lightly mix those in. Look at that stir fry. And that is it. That is your stir fry right there. Tell me that's not a beautiful sight right there. This looks amazing. It also smells amazing in this apartment right now. So that is it. We're going to add the last thing. We're going to add the shrimp to the stir fry. Here we go. Last thing. Here we go. And I'm going to add a little bit more sauce. A little bit, just a touch. Here we go. And I'm going to turn the stove off. Boom. Good. And that's it. Stir it around. And that's how we finish. We make a mess, but it's success. As I'm chewing in your ear. All right, that is your stir fry right there. Boom. We had some green onions that we prepped earlier as well. We're just gonna finish this stir fry with a topper of green onions. There we go. And that's it, guys. Stir fry for dinner. right there. Chicken and shrimp stir fry with broccoli, red onions, carrots, mushrooms, and green onions, and also sprouts. Enjoy. It's going to be amazing. And this is how I let you guys know how delicious this stir fry is. All right, so here we go. I'm going to take a couple pieces of food, put it in my mouth. I got some chicken. I'm going to get some shrimp. I want to get some Brussels sprouts as well. Piece of Brussels sprout. Here we go. It's going to be a big bite. Very big bite. Okay, see that steam coming off of that? It's nice and hot. Here we go. Blow it all. Blow it down. Blow it down. Cool it down. Cool it down. Mmm. 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 That's so good. That is so good. Mmm. At this moment, you know what you need to do to continue learning tips and tricks from Chef Todd. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and also comment and share with your friends, okay? Because this channel is not gonna grow without you. And we're doing this together. We're learning these tips and tricks to make you more confident in the kitchen. That's what it's all about. You're gonna be making dishes and you're gonna feel like you are the best cook in town. Okay, that's what it's all about. We're gonna do this as a family, so let's grow as a family. That's it. 15-minute stir fry, done.